Hey guys, my name's Craig from Magic TV. It's 9 o'clock and it's time for a Magic Rant. This is where I talk about something within the Magic community that's kind of annoying me a little bit. Now, the rants aren't for any long-time listeners of Magic TV. The way that I do the rants now is very different to what I used to do back in the day. There's no effing, no blinding, no swearing. However, I do feel that there's certain things that's worth talking about in the Magic community, things that are really important that I think as a community we should discuss. And when I feel the need to talk about them, I produce one of these videos. It's not a weekly feature, it's just kind of an as and when thing. And today I do have something really important to talk about, and that is Magic downloads. Now, I remember about a year and a half ago when Magic TV first started, I did a whole rant on Magic downloads, and that has since been taken down because all the old Magic rants have been taken down off the channel. However, I need to talk about it again because things aren't getting better, they're getting worse. So on this week's Magic Rant, I forgot what I was talking about there. This week's Magic Rant, we're going to be talking about bad Magic downloads. Okay, so let's talk about bad Magic downloads, shall we? Let's talk about downloads in the Magic community that just stink. And I am absolutely sick to death of this happening, and really somebody somewhere needs to do something. You know, a lot of people talk about Murphy's Magic and Penguin Magic and Vanishing Ink, and they're absolutely terrible for bringing terrible tricks out and so on and so forth. I gotta be honest, as a Magic reviewer, I think most of the stuff that most of the big Magic companies bring out is actually decent, especially the physical products. I don't think there's that much stuff that's terrible. And I think the reason is a lot of these companies actually surround themselves with very clever people. You look at Penguin Magic, you've got people like Eric Tate, you've got people like Sean Dunn, you've got people like Nick Lacoppe. I mean, you've got some really intelligent people. Vanishing Ink, you've got George, you've got Andy, you've got Josh, Murphy's, you've got an entire tribe of super talented people. They're not just going to put their name on anything stupid, right? Generally as a rule, if they bring a download out themselves that actually comes out and it's got like the company's name on it, like it's an actual download that Penguin Magic has brought out, it tends to be well produced and it tends to be well thought out. And a perfect example, I've got my phone here because I'm going to be accessing my Penguin account a bit during the course of this video. A perfect example is Flip. So I'm putting a video out at the moment. I'm sorting a video out on downloads. I'm doing a download review show special, and this is where this whole thing came from, because I was just looking through the downloads and seeing how many terrible ones that were there. But this new download, Flip, which is the coin thing that fooled Penn and Teller, the production value on that is absolutely fantastic, and the trick itself is brilliant, and there's live performance footage, and it's all great, and it's all well and good. But Penguin produced that themselves. Now, generally, right, so a lot of what am I trying to say here? So a lot of the downloads that absolutely suck and suck really bad aren't produced by the big companies. A lot of the downloads that come out that are really, really bad are self-produced and put out through a medium that doesn't really have any quality control in it. And what I mean by that, and there's lots of different versions, way back in the day, you had The Wire with Theory 11. Most recently, I think the most recent one is the Penguin Partner Program. And to let you guys know the difference, and we'll use Penguin as an example. If Penguin produce a download, right, and it's got their name on it, it's a Penguin download, then it's probably going to be good. They're putting their name on it. It's a little bit like a Penguin physical product, so it's going to be good. But they also have the Penguin Partner Program. And with the Penguin Partner Program, you can literally sign up for an account. Once you've been given your account, you can put anything out through the Penguin Partner Program, and it won't be checked for quality control, right? I imagine if they had a lot of complaints, it would be looked into. I don't really know for sure what, but I've forgotten how to speak apparently. But generally as a rule, the stuff that goes out through the Penguin Partner Program, it's not really policed at all. Now, there's some great stuff that goes out through the Penguin Partner Program. Don't get me wrong. I've seen a lot of really cool tricks that goes out through the Penguin Partner Program. A lot of the really cool rubber band stuff that comes out through Penguin Magic is actually through the Penguin Partner Program. And there's some creators out there that make some brilliant tricks that, again, go out through the Penguin Partner Program. But the problem is, it's not policed. So once you have this account, you can put up any old crap on there and nobody's going to stop you. And the problem is, okay, here's the thing. Most people that have been into magic for a period of time, they're very good at spotting whether something's good or bad, right? But when you're new into magic, a lot of the time you want instant gratification, so you're probably going to go with a download. And when something comes out through the Penguin Partner Program, it's promoted through Penguin in that it's on the new arrivals page. You know, that's one of the benefits of actually having a Penguin Partner account. You can actually have something that's kind of promoted by Penguin, even though Penguin haven't had anything to do with putting it together, right? So a lot of new people into magic will buy these downloads thinking, oh, right, okay, I can get this download for $10 or $5 or $15 or whatever it is. And then if it's terrible, they're either learning a really bad trick and learning the wrong way to do something, and therefore becoming bad magicians because they're not getting the right advice, or they're spending money on crap, they realize it's crap, and they just decide to not bother with magic because they're just wasting money on stuff that's just completely impractical, right? And a lot of newer people into magic won't really know the difference. And the other issue is, you can very easily put together a trailer these days that makes something sound absolutely fantastic. You can put together ad copy that makes something sound absolutely fantastic, while in reality it's terrible. I'm going to give you a couple of examples here. And I am doing a review show on downloads at some point, so you'll see that review show. But I'm going to talk about, first of all, OMG by Stefano Nabil. Now, I've done a couple of reviews on Stefano Nabil's stuff before, and full disclosure, I did an honest trailer on one of his tricks because the trick was just dreadful. Dreadful. And I did an honest trailer, and he contacted me and he demanded I take it down, and I said I'm not taking it down, and it was a whole back and forth thing. So I ended up reviewing his product anyway, which I think got minus 100%. But he's just bought out this thing called OMG by Stefano Nabil, okay? Which is $15. That's how much it costs. And the ad copy says it's a magician fooler. It's any card at any number, borrowed deck, no force, no math, no calculation, so easy, impromptu, new method. And he's talking about how this is one of the best any card at any numbers in the entire world, and so on and so forth. It's dreadful. So first of all, let me explain why it's dreadful. There's a few different reasons why it's dreadful. First of all, there's no live performance footage at all. Now, I think in this day and age, I can go onto the streets. I'm in my apartment in Blackpool. I'm looking out, there's people walking back and forth. I could literally walk out there to a group of people, say, hey, my name's Craig, I'm a magician. Would you like to see a magic trick? I'd love to film it. Give my camera to somebody, get them to film it. Within 10 minutes, I could have some live performance footage of any trick I choose. It is not difficult to get live performance footage. I don't understand why in this day and age, we don't get a live performance of any trick that comes out, especially a download. I don't understand it. You should be able to get a live performance of every single trick. So that's the first negative on this. The second negative on this is I almost swore, we almost went old school with the rant. The second problem is the tutorial. The tutorial is it's 4 minutes long. It's 4 minutes, 10 seconds long. And he films it at his breakfast table, right? So he's sitting there at his breakfast table. You can see like pots and pans and stuff in the background. He's got a very nice mat for his breakfast table that he's sitting at. It's at his breakfast table, right? And he's obviously got a little stand or something he's lent his phone next to, because first of all, he's not filmed it in landscape. He's filmed it in portrait like this, which is great if you're doing Instagram or YouTube shorts or TikTok. But for God's sake, if you're putting out a professional quality tutorial on this trick that's meant to be the greatest trick of all time. For God's sake, turn your camera sideways. Makes me think he hasn't got a stand and he's just leant it against his vinegar pot on the kitchen table because he hasn't actually bothered to actually turn it horizontal. He didn't get somebody in and say, hey, can you just film this for 5 minutes? No, it's just vertical. And then there's no editing. He hasn't bothered to edit it either because the video starts with him pressing the button and ends with him like pressing the button to switch it off. So in that 4 minute, 10 seconds, there's probably 20 seconds of him fannying around trying to get the camera started and try and get the camera finished. So that leaves us with 3 minutes, 50 seconds. And it's one single static camera shot where he's like literally there against the camera. And it's not a new method. It's not a new method. It's not a new method at all. I've seen people do this method before. Hell, I did this method before. I wouldn't dream of publishing this because it's not new. It's the sort of thing that you see everybody do. It's one of the first, when you think about any card at any number and you sit there with a deck of cards and you try to come up with any card at any number, this is going to be one of the first things that you actually think of doing. But then, like, who is he marketing this to? Because the first move is he basically has to have a card cold, right? So he has to have a card cold underneath the deck. He spreads through the deck face up and he says, which card would you like? And he culls the card under the deck. He doesn't call it a cull. Now, he doesn't teach the move at all. He just says, hey, just let it ride underneath the deck. He doesn't teach the move. So, like, it's no good for beginners that haven't seen a cull before. But he doesn't even call it a cull. He doesn't actually tell you what the name of the move is, so you can then maybe research it to find the best way to do this. He's literally just gone, oh yeah, you just pull it underneath the deck. Nobody, unless you know how to cull, nobody will be able to follow what he's doing on this tutorial unless you know how to cull. And if you know how to cull, you've probably come up with this method a million times in the past, right? Because there's nothing new. I don't want to go into it anymore, but there's absolutely nothing new, right? And then this is $15. $15. Like, that's more expensive than a month of Netrix. That's more expensive than a month of Netrix. And it's one trick that's like a 3 minute, 50-second tutorial that doesn't really explain how the trick's done, doesn't really go through anything. And it's a method that's not even that great. And even if it was a great method, which it's not, I don't even get it. But then you go and look up Stefano Nabil on Penguin, right? And the amount of any card at any numbers he's got on there. The amount of any card at any numbers he's got on there. He's got loads of downloads at $15, $18, $20. So, I'm just looking at some of them. So the latest one is OMG by Stefano Nabil. Akan, new method, miracle. And all of this ad copy is the same. I'm just looking at it. Miracle, mind reading miracle, card magic. Right, okay. I'm going to go down a couple. A couple of months ago, he brought out Akan Nabil 2021. This is the holy grail of card visual magic sensation. Burglass effect. So let's click on that one. Oh, look at this. Here we go. Stefano Nabil, the scientist famous for his live Akan. Blah, 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 blah. This is his latest work on Akan. Believe us that you are seeing the famous holy grail of card magic at home. This is the holy grail, visual sensation, new impromptu Akan. No memory, no magnets, no math, no blah, 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 blah. Apparently it's not the ultimate Akan because a few months later he then brought out OMG. And then before that, the Grail Akan 2021. That one is Magic Miracle for Your Eyes, borrowed and shuffled deck, all impromptu. The holy grail of card magic for professional magicians. Runtime, 2 minutes, 8 seconds. So this particular one is charging $17 for 2 minutes, 8 seconds for an Akan. Even though there's two other Akans. I could go on. Before that, there's Destiny Akan. The Holy Grail, new, original method. Before that, Chance Akan. Before that, Oracle Akan. Before that, Life Akan. Killer Akan. UFO Akan. Chance Akan 2. Travel Akan. And all of these retail at like between $15 and $20. They all run for about 2 to 5 minutes and they're all shot on his kitchen table. Like, I have no idea. First of all, I'm not going to go and buy all of them. In order to buy all of them and watch all of them, it's going to cost me about $200. But all I know is here's a guy that's probably, as far as I can see, what's he done there? What's he done? He's got let's look at the OMG one, the one that I've actually bought and the one I've actually paid for, so I know about. He's got a trick there that's not really new in any way, shape, or form, and he's literally spent 4 minutes filming it because he's not done any editing. I know he's not done any editing, so he's literally filmed a video, 4 minutes, right, which is double the length of one of the earlier ACANs. 4-minute ACAN. He's literally just gone upload to my Penguin Partner account. And then that's it. And then it's there. And the problem is, it's so easy. It is so unbelievably easy for people to do this these days. It is so unbelievably easy for people to put crap tricks. And to be clear, Stefano, this is a crap trick in every way, shape, and form. The tutorial is crap. The teaching is crap. The price is crap. The quality of production is crap. The performance is crap. The trick is crap. Everything about this trick is a big, fat, steaming turd. And what you've just done is you've just gone, you know what, I need a few extra quid today, got to pay the rent, you know what, I'll just go into the kitchen, I'll put on my camera, I'll hit record, send it to the partner program. Like, is there somebody somewhere that's going to, just give this guy a slap and say, stop it? Because people are going to be buying this crap. People are going to be buying this and thinking this is good when it's not. I just don't get it. So anyway, I'm going to tell you about one more. Let me go back into my account because I paid for that one. It was not very good. You'll see the full review at some point. So the other one is Transform 2 by Meg Chen Chahish, I think it is. There you go. Transform 2. It's one of the new downloads that's just been bought out through the Penguin Partner Program. It's one of the new ones that's literally in the newest arrival. Here it is. Let me just see the runtime on this. This is 4 minutes, 11 seconds. 4 minutes, 11 seconds. So this one here, 4 minutes, 11 seconds. Let me tell you how much this one was. Here it is. Okay, so this one is $10. You only need 5 cards. There you go. So what's this one? Spectator selects any random card. The selected card will vanish between 2 black queens and appear in the middle of 2 red queens. You can learn this new effect, new method, no gimmick, just sleight of hand. Dude, I don't know who you are. This is not a new method. This is as old as the hills. This is the oldest trick in the world. And also, it's one of the worst ways to achieve this trick. The trick is basically, he's putting a card in between 2 black queens and it's appearing in between 2 red queens. There's a million different ways of doing this. Look at 52 Memories by Jack Parker. Look at the first trick in the book. That's a multi-phase routine. I've got something on the Netrix to do this same sort of thing. Cameron Francis has put tricks out like this before. Paul Harris has put tricks out like this before. There's a million different ways of actually doing this. There is absolutely nothing new in your trick at all. In fact, if anything, it is ridiculously basic. So we've not got a trick here because all you've done is you've took some moves and you've just done the same thing as everyone else. Okay, so there's nothing new here at all. Let's have a look at your production quality in your 4 minute, 10 second explanation. Well, again, you can't even see the guy in this video. It's just literally down on what looks like a chopping block on a table. And it's just going through the moves. There's no speaking or anything like that. There's just annoying music in the background and a few subtitles which are spelled incorrectly. And there's no production quality at all. No live production, no live performances, no production quality, and absolutely nothing new. Now, I could go on. If I spent an hour going through the various different magic shops that bring out downloads, and I went through, I could probably find 10 of the worst downloads that have ever been bought out, and that would just be in the last month. This needs to stop. If you are listening to this and you are anything to do with the magic community in terms of bringing tricks out, I'm not talking about physical products. I'm not talking about companies like Vanishing Ink and Murphy's Magic and Penguin that put out a download and they care about it and they care. I'm talking about platforms like the Penguin Partner Program, but they're not the only one, where they literally give people carte blanche to bring out any old shit that they choose to bring out. This needs to stop. It's bringing magic down. It really is. It's a really nice idea. Hey, here's a platform for you to release your own magic and you can go and get paid for it. It's a really nice idea. I get it. But unless you're policing it, it's never going to work, because there's going to be people that are going to take advantage, like these two people that I talked about here, that literally just have any old brain fart, put together a 5-minute tutorial, throw it up there, and then it's getting promoted to new magicians, and new magicians are buying it, and new magicians are seeing it. We need somebody who is in charge. If you're going to have a platform, because the thing is, the platform's good. I love the Penguin Partner Program. I've mentioned on this channel a couple of times Chris James, who's an incredible creator. He's putting stuff on the Penguin Partner Program, and I think it's a really great idea. And he's an incredible creator, and he thinks about the stuff that he's putting out, and he only ever puts out really good stuff. And there's other people that do the same thing. Like I say, I've bought stuff that's come out through the Penguin Partner Program, and it's brilliant. But for every one trick, there's 10 tricks that are dreadful in every way, shape, or form. We need somebody policing this. We need somebody who looks at the stuff that's coming out through platforms like this, and they look at it, and you know what? Don't let them just release absolutely everything that comes out. Don't let them. Stop them. Ring them up and just go, "Hi, is that Stefano? Yeah, hi Stefano. This is Craig from Penguin Magic. How you doing? Yeah, you're in the Penguin Partner Program, aren't you? Yeah, wonderful stuff, Stefano. We can see that you've just brought out your 547th ACAN in the last 12 months. Oh, yeah. Well, we were just wondering if you could maybe. We're not going to publish it. We think 540 is enough. But we're happy to publish this one, but we just need you to do something for us." "Oh yeah, what would you like us to do?" "Well, I'd like it to not be shit, really. That'd be the first thing. And also, maybe put some production value into it if you could. And while you're at it, maybe don't film it at your kitchen table, and actually treat the people that are buying with a little bit of respect. Maybe then have some sort of conversation with them. If you want to give them some sort of like feedback, like, unfortunately, this does not pass our guidelines. Why? Well, unfortunately, there's no live performance. So if any companies that allow people to put any old crap up on there, if they insisted on a live performance to real people, half of the stuff wouldn't go up. Because I'm fairly sure that a lot of these downloads that go up, it's somebody who gets some stupid brain fart and they just go, "Oh, I've had an idea for a trick." I'm fairly sure some of these tricks that get published up there, they didn't even exist 24 hours before. Somebody had an idea for a trick, they haven't field tested it, they haven't worked on it, they've just gone, "Oh, look, this is a trick, this is a good idea. Right, there we go, I'm going to film it." And within 3 or 4 hours, it's online and people can buy it. I think if you force people to have maybe you have a checklist. You have a checklist, right? Does it have a live performance? Yeah, okay, that's 10 points. Is it shot in a nice little studio, or have they made an effort to make it look decent? Okay. Is there a decent trailer? Okay, fantastic. Is it longer than 10 minutes? Okay. And maybe you have points that you award them, and if it goes over a certain amount of points, then it's allowed to be published. But something needs to be done, because yes, there's going to be lots of people out there that watch these tricks and they're experienced in magic and they realise they're shit and they're not going to actually have anything to do with them. But then there's new people in magic that are buying something like this, the 2 tricks that I've actually highlighted in this thing, and they think they're good. Or they get out of magic because they're just wasting their money. $20 for a 4-minute download. $20 for a 4-minute download. Who the hell do you think you are? Who in the hell do you think you are? For a 4-minute download, costing that much money. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You could go and spend that sort of money and get James Brown's Fancier Pot of Jam. Or you could go onto RSVP and get eye candy or more eye candy or something like that as a download for like $10 and have some really good magic, as opposed to someone's brain fart that's been produced in just the worst possible environment you could ever imagine. If you are watching this and you are one of these people that just puts crap trick after crap trick after crap trick out, and you're just abusing the system, then have some self-respect, have some decency, and be a person that produces a trick that people can actually buy and enjoy, and it's practical and it works in the real world and it's new and it's different. Actually do that. Don't take the easy option out. It's driving me up the wall. Something needs to be done with these crap magic downloads because it's getting worse and worse and worse. And it's not the physical products. It's not the downloads that's being produced directly through the big companies. It's people that have got a freaking camera phone and they just take any old brain fart and put it up there. And dear Lord, it needs to stop. So there you go, guys. That's another magic rant in the bag. Do me a favor. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? I would love to know your thoughts. Have you ever bought a crap magic download? Hell, have you ever bought out your own crap magic download? I would really like to know. So please let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you want to see more videos like this, you know what you've got to do. You just need to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. And if you haven't already done so, for less than the cost of OMG, you can actually join the bronze level of net tricks for a month. You can get access to almost 150 tricks that are really, really awesome. And I think that's a much better deal. If you want to check that out, go to www.thenettricks.com. I'll be back again soon with another video. Thanks very much for watching. My name's Craig from Magic TV.